Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a great day so far and welcome to today's video, which is going to be a good old will I buy it, where I talk you through all of these new and upcoming makeup releases and share all of my thoughts on what I'm excited for, what I plan to grab and what I'm steering well clear of. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so kicking us off, we have a reformulation. Just for a change, a brand has decided to reformulate one of its best-selling products for no reason whatsoever. We love it when they do this. So this time it's Dior's turn. Not that Dior is any stranger to a good old reformulation, but they are reformulating this time their Backstage Glow face palettes. So there are 4 varieties. I think 3 of these apparently are like previously existing palettes. That's the top left. I think that was their original number 1, their original one of these palettes, and then the 2 bottom, the peachy and the sort of pinky colour story, those 2 are previously existing palettes. They are just being reformulated. And then the top right, which is the Frosted Opal Glow, that one is a brand new colour story. And these are all coming in a new gel formula and updated packaging. Anytime now, in the next month-ish. Apparently August is the rumoured release date for these. So I have only ever purchased one of these, and that's the original one, I think. I don't remember purchasing anymore, but forgive me if I'm lying to you. As far as my memory serves, I only ever purchased the original first one, which I liked, but not enough to sort of persuade me I needed more of them, essentially. And there's just never been a colour story. You would think that the pearly, the peachy glow colour story would have really screamed to me, but I think when it came out, there was other things that I was more interested in it, so I skipped on it. So I've never really purchased another one of these, but this does intrigue me because you know how I love a gel formula. Blush highlight, I love a gelée finish formula powder. I just think they are so natural and skin-like, and they melt so seamlessly into the skin. I love that they don't have kick up, and they're usually not overly pigmented, and they're usually not overly, when it comes to highlighters in a gel formula, they're usually not overly metallic either. And I think typically these Dior highlighters are a bit too metallic for my personal preference. So I think these might be more up my street. So I'm tempted to try one of these. I might go back and try the peachy colour story because I love those shades. That's typically what I love for a highlighter, and maybe I could use as blush as well in the winter. So I'm quite tempted to try this new formula. It sounds like it might be more my thing. I'm excited for these, but I guess if you loved the original formula, you probably have some different thoughts. Next up, we have a new foundation coming from Benefit. This is the Porefessional foundation. Visibly smooths skin and blurs pores. It's a medium buildable coverage with a natural matte finish. 24-hour long wear, waterproof, transfer proof. This is just not going to be for me, is it? There's a lot of my red flag words in here. This is like the opposite. Apart from the medium coverage, this is pretty much the opposite of what I look for in a foundation. I'm not sure about this packaging. I like the bottle, but I don't love that white cap. I just know I'm not going to like that. And if I'm being very honest with you, I don't trust Benefit when it comes to foundations. I trust Benefit with mascaras and brows like no one else, okay? I know if Benefit put out a mascara or a brow product, it's going to be a belter. I know I'm going to like it. But a foundation, immediately I'm thinking, I'm not sure this is going to work out for me. And then, you know, it's matte, it's waterproof, transfer proof. Typically, those are just not things I look for. And typically it means that it's going to be too heavy, and I just don't need a super bulletproof longwear foundation for like my lifestyle. And with a matte finish, it's probably not going to be my new favorite. I'm slightly nervous about the shade range as well, because that's something again that Benefit hasn't historically done the best with when it comes to complexion products. Undertones, things like that have always been an issue for me with Benefit, so I'm not excited about this. I probably will pass on this. It's just not my cup of tea. Next up, in the latest barrage of tinted lip balms for summer, Milk Makeup have joined the party and they're releasing their Balmaid Hydrating Tinted Lip Balm in 7 shades. I'm quite frankly sick to death of the sight of a tinted lip balm, okay? Don't know why I'm so furious about it, but here it is. This is an easy pass. I've passed on a lot of these. I did buy a couple of the Dior ones, and that's really all I need. I don't need 46 different branded tinted lip balms. They're pretty boring as it goes as a makeup product. I feel like there's more exciting things out there. And once we've seen 5 or 6 in a row, the 6th one it's just going to be an immediate no, an immediate pass. And that's just unlucky. That's unfortunate for Milk Makeup because I think these look nice. I like the shades. I like that we've got a really nice variety of shades for everybody, for every preference. We've even got what looks like a clear one. And wait a minute. Have I jumped the gun? That these have a flavour. I didn't know we got a snack as well. I might have to change my mind here. The clear one has a citrus lemon flavour, white peach, raspberry, blackberry, melon. I'm sorry, the brown one has a tropical coconut flavour, and it's not saying scent, it's saying flavour. Okay, we're halfway to a pina colada here. I might have to U-turn. Forget everything I just said, okay? Apparently the line between I'm not interested and I am is a snack, so. I mean, I'm not going back on what I said. I am sick to death of a tinted lip balm, but I am quite hungry and in need of a snack most of the time, so it's a maybe. Next up, we have some new cream blushes from ABH. These are a multi-purpose cream formula for cheeks and lips. You know how much I love that. A soft, blurred, matte finish for a flawless, natural look. Go sheer to bold with buildable, versatile shades, can be worn individually or paired together. No, but thank you. I don't love the look of these. They look a little small, especially if I'm trying to use one specific shade. The shade, of course, that I would be most interested in would be that peachy number. And I did used to love the ABH powder trio blushes, those that ended up in TK Maxx here. I was a big fan of, and I really loved them at the time. Really lovely shades. So I think the peachy trio would be gorgeous, a beautiful shade, but as it's a matte finish, immediately I'm less interested. Like the sole purpose for me to use a cream blush against my will is for it to give me that gorgeous dewy finish that cream blushes do so well. If you're not going to give me that, I'd rather slap on a powder and know that it's going to be an easier, less messy time. But yeah, these are not appealing to me. I don't like the screw off lid because that's annoying. I'm gonna have to screw it off and screw it on, and it takes half an hour every time I want to use this rather than just opening it. And it looks like that doesn't have a mirror either, which is a big mistake, especially if it's going to be a lip and cheek duo. If this had a mirror and a pop-up cap, you could put this in your handbag and do on-the-go touch-ups. What were we thinking? That was an error, okay? There's something sort of off-putting about this altogether. Maybe it's the fact that it's a matte finish, which isn't typically my thing. Maybe it's the twist-off cap. Maybe it's the seemingly lacking mirror. Or maybe it's the lip and cheek multitasking. All around, this is going to be an easy pass for me. Next up, we have some new highlighters coming from Nars. So these are their light reflecting luminizing powders, and we have 5 lustrous shades. Cheeky. Now I like the shade range here. This looks a lovely, nice range of depths, nice sort of spaced out gaps between the depths here. An option for all different shades and undertones and skin tones, which I like. These do look rather gleaming for my typical preference. So I would have probably tried these, but they're not available here. And apparently they aren't going to be here for like 2 months, 2 more months. I'm sorry, I won't even remember these exist in 2 months. So I think if these had launched here now, I surely would have tried one. But if I'm gonna have to wait 2 months, I'm surely not. I'll have got bored and moved on with my life by then, and all of you will have as well, so what would be the point? Next up, we have 3 new shades of Kosas Blush is Life baked blushes. I am really intrigued by these. I tried, if you remember, 1 shade of this Blush is Life blush from Kosas, which should be right up my street because it's uber glowy and gorgeous, but the shade that I chose, which I think was Dreamland, potentially, I didn't love. It I think was just too light for my skin tone, and it has like a swirl, and there was something about like the base colour that was sort of pulling grey on me. So that shade specifically didn't work for my skin. And then there wasn't like another shade that I felt would work better, so I gave up on them, although I loved the finish. I loved the premise, but the reality was a letdown, is what I'm saying. So when I saw these shades, and I see specifically Wavelength, that peachy shade, this is my time to give them another go, because that looks right up my street. I see the images on the models and it appears stunning on all 3 of those models with different depths of skin tone. So now is the time for me to give these blushes another try. I haven't seen these shades available here yet, but that warm peach is coming home with me. It's a yes, count me in. Next up, we have these legendary Longwear lip liners from Pat McGrath in 21 shades. They offer 8 hours of wear, 0 feathering, and I think that's about it. Now, I've gone through a little bit of an and an ah about these. When I first saw them, I was like, lip liner. No, boring. I'm not really a lip liner girl. I'll use it like against my will occasionally, but typically it's one of those products that's a little bit too much like effort for me day to day. So I don't use a lot of lip liners. So I immediately saw the announcement of this and was like, she'll literally do anything but give us our Luxe Trance finish back. That's what, I don't know about you, but that's what I'm waiting for. But then I saw some videos of her applying this and it looks like it's quite sort of creamy. It doesn't, like, I expect most lip liners to be matte. And this looks like quite creamy and it almost has like a satin finish to it. It's quite hard to work out from the description what the finish is. It just says it's ultra smooth and creamy gel-like lip liner. Waterproof, transfer-proof, smudge-proof. It sounds like drying. I just can't quite decide what's going on here. Is it like a dry down bulletproof lip liner, which sounds quite drying, and I've got lip liners that I love. I don't need any more. I'm not typically excited by a lip liner, but then I've seen some pictures and then the word creamy, gel-like, gliding. That's making me feel like it's going to be quite, I don't know, creamy and comfortable. I don't know. I don't know what to do or say. You tell me what to do, okay? Have you tried these? This is maybe a wait for review because it's very hard. This is the thing about Pat McGrath. Their swatches on their website are very unhelpful, very unreliable as far as how accurate they are to the real life product you're going to receive. Usually not very is the answer. Usually very different color-wise to the images we see on the website. Everything is typically filmed, when it comes to eyeshadows at least, with a really heavy flash and lots of editing. So it's really hard to actually see what these will look like. And then the description is quite like fluffy and vague. So I don't know what to make of it. At the moment, I'm thinking I don't need a lip liner and it looks like every other lip liner. Count me out. I'm waiting for a review just in case this is actually a bit more exciting than it looks on paper. And just in case this is, because here's the thing, if this was like a creamy satin finish, waterproof, transfer proof, budge proof lip product, you might have to count me back in. I think that's wishful thinking, but watch this space, I guess. Next up, we have something new from Tatcha. This is the Dewy Milk Moisturiser. This is calling my name. This looks gorgeous. I love the packaging of this with that gorgeous pump. I've been really thinking, okay, about trying the Rhode, is there a Rhode Milk, is it called? What is that product that everybody uses on TikTok? All of the girls with the glowiest skin are using this Rhode product. I wish I could remember her name, but I can't, okay? And I've been eyeing it up as like a primer, maybe a glowy primer. I want to try it. Glazing Milk, is that its name? I don't know. I've been thinking about that. And this is giving me Rhode, whatever her name is, potentially Milk, vibes. But Tatcha, which is a brand I know I can love and trust, this says it is an emulsion. Is that not paint? A moisturising emulsion that addresses dryness problems. It's going to confront them, okay? Caused by external stress. How did you know? Mineral hyaluronic acid balances water and oil to keep skin hydrated. Extra blah, 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 prebiotic green. I mean, this sounds like it's just going to solve all of my life problems in one. Also has a purple black rice bran extract, just like their dewy skin cream, which I love, to give you fresh, firm, lustrous skin. Who doesn't want to have lustrous skin? I don't know, but I do. So this is a yes from me. I really want to try this. This looks gorgeous. I can almost feel my problems melting away just looking at it. Count me in, Tatcha. Count me in. Next up, I am excited for this. This is the All Hours foundation from YSL, but not just any hours, glowing ones, okay? This is the All Hours Glow Foundation. They already have the All Hours foundation, which is a matte, not for me foundation. So I'm excited about this. YSL have really been knocking it out of the park this year. I've loved a lot of their releases. I've loved what they're doing with their packaging. So I'm excited about this. The only slight nerve-wracking thing is that we only have the Asian images of this product at the moment. So we haven't got images of like what will hopefully be a much better shade range for the rest of the world, because at the moment this is an Asia exclusive. So there are only 10 shades. I can't imagine YSL launching a 10 shade foundation anywhere else, but we will see. The packaging looks incredible. I love the look of the packaging. Do I wish that the pump was not plastic and black? Yes, but the rest of it looks gorgeous, and it's called an Everlasting Glow foundation. So obviously, count me straight in. This looks like I'm expecting this to be a medium to maybe full coverage foundation with a glowing finish. Hopefully it's actually glowy and not one of those foundations that has glow in the name and then is like a natural finish. Don't do that to me. It's just rude. I'm excited for this. It could be right up my street. I will 100% try it. As long as there are significantly more shades than we're seeing here, count me in. I'm excited. It's been a little while. We got so many amazing foundations at the start of the year, and especially glowy foundations were coming out of my ears, and I wasn't cross about it. But then it really, really slowed off, and we've been starved for months of a new one, and I need this one to come along now and fill that hole. Now we've got a couple of launches coming from Charlotte Tilbury, some sooner than others. First up, we have a new shade of the Soulmates face palette. So these are the blush duos I did previously review and demo, the pink and the peachy ones. That's the two on the outside of that trio, and we have a new shade, that one in the middle, which by the looks of her is a very lovely light peachy number, which I'm happy about because the other two previously released shades were really quite rich and pigmented. So I feel like it's nice that we've got an extension for a fairer skin tone, because the powders, particularly with the peachier blush, the powder was definitely going to be too deep for anyone with a fairer skin tone. So I like that we've got that lighter, more subtle blush for a fairer skin tone, which was something we were missing from this line. I think this is going to be too light for me. However, I do love that shade. It looks gorgeous, but these are matte blushes, and therefore I'm not that excited to see a new one for myself personally. But if you had a fairer skin tone and you like these duos, this is going to be right up your street. So I liked the premise of this. I just wish the blush had been glowy, because, you know, that's my preference. But I guess not everything can be about me, although I wish it would be. Next up, we have a new Viseart palette coming. This is the Midsommer Lumière Étendue. What excites me about this palette is that Viseart's mattes are phenomenal. I think their shimmers are gorgeous too, but they aren't as like high metallic sparkle as, say, the Lisa Eldridge or Pat McGrath or Natasha Denona. They're a softer, more subtle shimmer. So the mattes are where I feel like Viseart really shine for me personally, and there's so many mattes in here. I think this is a gorgeous number of mattes, really different as well. There's not sort of 3 that look the same. There's a really lovely array of mattes in here that I think will be perfect for summer. The shimmers look stunning as well, that gold and then the pink. I think this is going to be a gorgeous, like very wearable everyday summer palette for daytime especially. I think this is on its way to me. I had an email saying that something is coming from Viseart, so I'm really hoping it's this palette, because I would love to try this one out. It looks so pretty and just so wearable and easygoing, which I think is one of the things that Viseart do so well, is do very wearable, usable colour stories that have everything that you could possibly need, that's very easy to work with. So I will watch this space, because I think it's on its way, and if it is, I'm excited. And lastly, but by no means leastly, thank goodness we can finally talk about these cream blush sticks that are coming any moment now from Charlotte Tilbury. And these are the Unreal Blush Healthy Glow sticks. So they have a stunning glowy finish. I've been so excited. I've been seeing pictures of these for probably 3 months at this point. They've been floating around for a very long time, and they're finally about to launch. The finish of these looks stunning. I love Charlotte Tilbury like makeup when it comes to like her cheeks. She always does stunning, like goddess glowing cheeks, and I feel like this product perfectly fits her aesthetic. I think this is going to be the same packaging as the Unreal Hydrate, the skin tint that comes in the stick, which I don't mind. It is lighter, it doesn't feel as luxurious and sort of heavyweight and fancy as some of her, you know, glass bottle foundations and things like her palettes. It's a lighter, more travel friendly, sort of professional packing nod product that has been where Charlotte Tilbury has kind of been focusing a lot of ranges recently. So these claim to give you an effortless glide and blend balmy texture, skincare infused, proven to help strengthen the skin barrier, buildable from a no makeup blush to a juicy-licious summer blush. So when we first got the sneak peeks of these, I was beside myself. I really feel like Charlotte Tilbury will knock this product out of the park. The images looked stunning, really juicy, fresh, glowing cheeks, which is what I love. But when we got the full reveal, I have to say I was slightly disappointed, and the sole reason is just the shades here are not screaming to me. Of course, I will try these. I will absolutely pick up the peachy shade. Of course, that's my thing, especially in like spring and summer. I wear like almost solely peachy shades. And so I will absolutely try that shade specifically. But even the peachy shade is not really exciting me as far as the colour offering. And then there are really no other shades there on paper, just looking at the swatches, that I'm really excited for. So I feel a little disappointed just in the colours. I wish there was like a bronzy one, a neutral blush. I wish there were, you know, more of like maybe a gold, like an orange sunset, you know, like her, what is the wand that she has? The Pinkgasm Sunset Beauty Light wand. That was one of my all-time favourites for travel, for holiday, because it's like this gorgeous, like almost like sunset sort of shifts from like pink to like gold, and it's really beautiful, almost like a duochrome. And that's what I was kind of hoping for, more exciting shades, just something a bit more wow. There's a lot of pink here, which is what, you know, we do typically get a lot of pink from Charlotte Tilbury, but they're just not really my blush shades. I will for sure try the peachy shade, but there were no other really tempting shades for me there. There's not even really something that I would like to try just for review purposes. I feel like I don't really love any of these shades, so I wish there were more variants and there was just something a bit more for me color wise. But the products itself I'm actually quite excited for, and I'm hoping this will be one of those that perhaps they extend the shade range quite quickly. It appears that this is going to be a permanent edition. I can't see anywhere that it says limited edition, and typically Charlotte Tilbury does put it right at the beginning of the description on her website, so I'm hoping these are permanent, and therefore we will most likely get a shade extension. And it does seem to be quite an inclusive shade range. You know, there are some really lovely deep rich shades in there. There are some fairly light ones, and they do claim to be very versatile as far as how much pigment and impact you can get from the shades. So I don't know, maybe I'll like the shades more in person than I like them on paper. But I'm less excited than I thought I would be based off the first sort of few sneak peeks now that I've seen the full offering, because the shades are not grabbing me. Is that just me? But there you have it. Those are my thoughts on all of these new and upcoming makeup releases. Please let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Are you excited? Are you skipping on all of it? Are you grabbing all of it? Do you have different or the same opinions as me on all of these new makeup releases? Please let us know all of your thoughts and what you're planning on grabbing in the comment section down below. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and I would love to see you in the next one. Otherwise, take care for now. Bye 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 bye.